Why do you want an Audi? What is wrong with you? Dale Vince, today, Novara Media, Aaron Bastani. We need engineers. How are they likely to vote? How right are they, capital R? How right are they, small r? They are not me. If I look at an engine, my nerves freeze. Like an animal, I freeze. I cease to function. These men and women wander in, smiling with a wrench, and fix the thing. Who do they vote for? Are their minds less mushy than mine? Less empathetic? Less judgmental than mine? Dale Vince is talking about building a 12,000-seat stadium out of wood. Infinitely less carbon footprint than steel and concrete. Still, he supports Keir Starmer. Maybe they understand each other. There is a rather monotonous tone to his speech, which is not unpleasant in him, but excruciating in Starmer, and Starmer is keen on genocide. And that I have discovered is my red line. Did I know it was my red line, or did it sleep within me, or am I angry about something else? I am investigating. The anger does not invalidate. Is the best human an engineer? Gods, we need them. We need non-freezers. Do I like them? Yes, I do. There are some areas where I have some assumed expertise. Not my assumption, but it is the way I turn my phrase, perhaps. So I do like them because I can sit and simply listen to another vastly superior mind, thinking superiorly. I find I am just a linker, a tinker, a mess of absorbed stuff from a deep life, which means a messy life, a reckless life, and I link and I tinker, and I need to hear this ordered person spin his yarn, his rigor. But when they are the real deal, the McCoy, they talk like storytellers. There are fakes, yes, mostly because they make masculine sounds, and we are seeking legit masculine right now, everywhere we can find, and this sound really should not be faked, like WWF. But I have friends, and they have great poetry. We all seem, all the infinite variety, to crave our poetry, our individual poetry that other poets can recognize, and I hear those people very well, even if they haven't found it yet. The attempt is hearable and enjoyable. I expect this recognizing is my only gift. I could be wrong. People finding their own rhythm may be the most important thing we humans do, because when we find it even a little bit, we come home like the big cat and the big dog. Poetry in motion, indeed. What was it like at the beginning of time with these different minds? Or were they not so different? The bow and spear maker, the shoemaker, the tracker, all engineers. Did they do the cave paintings in the caves, or did they mix the paint? Did we sing the songs, or did we have singers? Did we have poets, or did we all hear all the poetries? The poetry of potters. There's a bike shop near my brother's place in Shepherd's Bush. I went in there for a non-quick release axle. The engineer told me it wasn't worth it. lock your quick release, he said, and lost a sale. But he wanted to talk. It was great. He talked bikes because that is how he talks. It was great. It was his poetry. 2 years ago, I visited a friend in Phoenix, Arizona. She has a new house. It needed plumbing done. This mountain-looking man arrived with his sons, quite fierce, black beard. Who did he vote for? I asked him about the aquifers, and he amazed, not surprised. I have experienced this before, but he was the best I had heard. Arizona is on the verge of catastrophe for sure, but something else was going on here. This man was in his zone, then he was gone. We need these meetings. We need to ask each other sometimes, outside our ken, the ones we don't know. Have we specialized naturally according to intuitions, or are we placed by some power above, not him? By school boards? I don't know. Do we study up on the limited conventions of expression? Take Shakespeare in school? Oh my, but we do. And it is good to do. I think it is like the cathedral. Or is good. And then sometimes we might lift the lid, and what we read is lost. Meaningless then. I think we avoid this because we cannot face the grief of remaking, like Denzel Washington remade Othello. We reject this most marvelous artistry because we don't want live art. We want cathedrals. Listen to our own voices. That is always fun, to hear that mode of speech, to hear the person trying to get out, to get free of the cumbersome myths of expression. And we are amateurs too, because this cannot be taught. And we allow no space nor time for the young to find this voice. Perhaps we are afraid of it. It makes them dangerous when we want them soldiers. We want no Athenians. The thing we have, this civilization, is very impressive. I do gaze upon cathedrals, but it comes of denial, like all great edifices. Dionysus takes all your wind, demanding Apollo, the enactment of Apollo. These are the lessons of nightmares. The Arizona plumber had done this before. I don't want to get lost, not tonight, Josephine, but we need engineers. Not grudgingly, not I suppose so, but perhaps they need asking, like the plumber, not the lecturer.